Today, I want to tell you about a simple way to get all the entertainment you love without the hassle. DirecTV Stream brings your live TV and on-demand favorites together like never before, which means you can watch your favorite sports, movies, and shows all in one place. And the best part? There's no annual contract. So stop waiting and get your TV together with DirecTV Stream. You can learn more at directtv.com. That's directtv.com. Compatible device required. Content varies by package.
CareerBuilder is made for people who have that thing. You know, those superpowers that make you good at your job, the skills you bring to work. And CareerBuilder knows those skills make you right for other jobs too. Higher paying jobs with benefits. Jobs you never thought of trying. Are you a people person? Work from home as a customer service rep? Are you organized and like driving? Become a delivery driver. You have the skills it takes, and CareerBuilder.com has the jobs to get you hired fast. Visit CareerBuilder.com. Millions of Americans are getting back to work. CareerBuilder calls it the Great Rehire. And we want to help you get the best jobs before everyone else. CareerBuilder gives you the competitive edge to get the job you want, at the salary you want, with the benefits you want. We even send job alerts, so your perfect job lands right in your inbox. Go to CareerBuilder.com today, or get left with whatever jobs are left. Find your next job fast at CareerBuilder.com.
Hello and welcome. It's our number four, our radio program, Pro Football The Lead, and the reaction continuing from the big news, Cam Newton being released, and that has now pitted a former All-Pro player, one of the great defensive players for a couple of years in the NFL, against his old coach, Asante Samuel. Remember him? Notorious player in Super Bowl history, calling Bill Belichick just another coach without Tom Brady. Is that in bounds or out of bounds? We'll discuss right now in our number four. Here it is. Going into attack mode. Welcome in the beginning of yet another hour of the Ben Maller Show. We are together in the air everywhere as we celebrate the little things, coast to coast, border to border, and beyond on the vast and powerful microphones of FSR emanating live from the eye of the hurricane, the Fox Sports Radio studios somewhere deep in the North Woods. So our lead this hour comes from the Sour Grapes Department. We love sour grapes. It makes for good radio. So a former Patriot star has interjected himself into the middle of the Cam Newton melodrama. And that's the top story in the last 24 hours. The Patriots hitting the eject button on Cam Newton and saying, bye-bye. I'll see you next time. We are talking about Asante Samuel, who has entered the chat. Now, I don't know if you saw this or not. Maybe not. Maybe it slipped past your sonar and you did not see it, but I will give you the truncated version of events. So the former New England defensive back, Asante Samuel, he's now 40. He's a man. He's 40. And he was spitting mad at his former coach, Bill Belichick, and Belichick's decision to say arrivederci to Cam Newton. The quote is, Belichick never surprises me. But that was just the appetizer. That would not rise to the level of a Maller monologue if Asante Samuel had said, Belichick never surprises me. It's what he did next that's the story here. He responded to a comment from former NFL executive, current TV talking head, Louis Riddick, who had said, Bill does what Bill does, right or wrong. The man is cold-blooded and will do what he thinks he has to do, period. Hashtag Patriots. Well, in response to that, Asante Samuel said, cold-blooded is an understatement. But without Brady, he is just another coach, in my opinion, close quote. That was what Asante Samuel wrote on social media in response to what Louis Riddick had said about Cam Newton and Bill Belichick's decision to have Cam Newton pack his bags and take the first train out of Dodge. So let us discuss The question, Asante Samuel calling Bill Belichick just another coach without Tom Brady, is that in bounds or out of bounds? So I am going to vote on this. Out of bounds is my vote. My take, you've got Sandra Bullock, dinner party, and Butterfingers. And we'll line all these things up and we will knock them down. Now, we kick off the festivities with the fact that, based on the reaction here, Asante Samuel, like many, caught flat-footed. Gobsmacked by the move. Gobsmacked by the move. And visceral reaction. And I had a surprise reaction. I think a lot of people did, because the assumption was, well, Cam Newton's at least going to start the year as the Patriots quarterback. You're not going to just get rid of him. You're going to play him at the beginning of the year, and then if he gets off to a bad start, at that point you pivot and you go to Mac Jones. But that's not what Belichick did. So the reaction, though, by Samuel, tempest in the teapot situation. Again, we thought Cam Newton was going to be the Patriot quarterback. He obviously is not. He's looking for gainful employment. But as we have said earlier in the overnight, the key indicators were pointing in that direction. But Bill Belichick pulled a crazy Ivan. He pulled a crazy Ivan. It was a Sandra Bullock special, The Blind Side. Now, that being said, Cam Newton has nobody to blame but himself. He allowed the door to swing open. He played like a dog food quarterback since the beginning of his time with the Patriots in 2020. We gave him the benefit of the doubt. The fact that the Patriots brought him back led us down the garden path to believe that there was some kind of bond between Cam Newton and Bill Belichick. Turns out that's not the case, that this is just a guy that was willing to work cheap, that had some success, and they brought him back. His performance in camp was not great. He continued to be a pedestrian quarterback, unremarkable, unmemorable. But we still believe that he would end up beginning the year as the starter, because Belichick was going to pull the savvy veteran card out of the bottom of the deck. And didn't happen. But the reason he opened the door is because of the social media post where he was putting himself as QB1 before the final exhibition game, the COVID protocol violation, which seems fugazi, but it opened up the path. And Mac Jones, to his credit, took advantage. And on a side-by-side comparison, if Cam Newton was serving up dog food, then Mac Jones, if you look at what Cam did, he was like prime rib. You're going to choose prime rib over dog food, aren't you? So that made the decision a bit easier. But I still, even up until the final minute of the final hour, I was like, no, this is going to be, Belichick's going to keep Cam Newton, but it didn't happen. Now, furthermore, don't bury the lead, my man. All right, we won't. The story here, let's get back to Asante Samuel, the beef between Asante and Bill Belichick. Haters going to hate, right? Haters going to hate. Now, Asante Samuel is essentially having a dinner party with the green-eyed monster. There's some envy going on that he's no longer in the arena, hasn't been in the arena for a number of years, and Bill Belichick is still in the middle of it. So what is this about, though? It sounds personal, but where does the animosity originate? You don't rattle cages unless this is a fresh wound. But it can't be a fresh wound because, to my knowledge, Asante Samuel and Bill Belichick, unless I'm missing something, have had no interaction in many, many years. Asante left the Patriots and then bounced around the NFL for a number of years. He spent the first 5 seasons of a pretty good career in New England. He led the NFL in interceptions. One season, was an all-pro in Belichick's defense, won 2 Super Bowls with the Patriots, should have won a third. And Belichick was the defensive mastermind of those teams, and yet here we have some angst between Asante Samuel and Bill Belichick. So I'm going to get in my shrink chair right now. The last thing here, despite all of those accolades and a career pretty well done, I do have a theory. I have a theory as to why, in the mind of Asante Samuel, Bill Belichick is public enemy number 1 as a former teammate. There's that secret code. You're not supposed to break the code when you're in the locker room, and you got to keep everything hush-hush. And a lot of these guys hate each other's guts, but you're not supposed to say it because there's that fraternal order of in the locker room, and you don't want to, what happens in the locker room is supposed to stay in the locker room. But my theory here, right, my hypothesis is that Asante Samuel will always be remembered by one play. And he's frustrated by that despite all the other good things that he did, there's only one thing that most football fans, savvy football fans, know Asante Samuel from. And he's taking his frustration out on his old coach. It's possible that Belichick didn't defend him from the bows and arrows enough, and Tom Brady did. But this involves Butterfingers, the candy bar. Actually, it's not the candy bar. It's just Butterfingers. New England, remember that perfect season when they went 16-0 and they got to the Super Bowl and it went up in smoke. It went up in smoke because Asante Samuel dropped a bunny. You're not supposed to drop a bunny. It was Super Bowl 42, game-sealing interception, and he gets a case of the dropsies. And it was just right into his hands. He catches that, and that was a wounded duck. Terrible pass by Eli Manning, the punk. And the 2007 Patriots go down as an all-time great team, the greatest team of all time. Not just one of the great teams, an all-time great team. David Tyree, on the very next play, makes the helmet catch. That play doesn't happen. David Tyree is erased. He's not even a footnote in NFL history. It doesn't happen. The game's over. The Patriots come down. They put the offense on the field and get to the victory formation. That's it. Game over. This is Asante Samuel's Bill Buckner moment. But since the Patriots have won so much, it gets lost in the haze. To some, right? So, well, it's just one extra Super Bowl. So the theory is, again, he needs someone to blame, and so he has decided to put a bullseye on Bill Belichick and the fact that Belichick made this unorthodox move of getting rid of his starting quarterback, that with the veteran quarterback, then this is the opportunity, and he jumped at it. Now, for what it's worth, I am on Team Belichick. I am. The fact that he won 7 games with Cam Newton last season is, to me, as impressive an accomplishment as Tom Brady winning a Super Bowl. When you look at how horrifically bad Cam Newton was, I'm not pulling your chain on this. Cam Newton struggled with the forward pass last season. He was a quarterback that not only was a quarterback, he was lousy. He sucked at a time you cannot suck. And the comps on Cam Newton, you got to go back to the early 80s and the 1970s to find a comp of a quarterback that was as futile as Cam Newton. And yet they still were hovering around 500. To me, that's a pretty good coaching job. That's a pretty good coaching job. Now, in the pass-happy, flamethrower offensive world, the Patriots were sending out a wet box of matches against the flamethrower, and yet they had a shot. And Belichick, he back in Cleveland, made the playoffs with the Browns before they became the Ravens. He also won a bunch of regular season games with Matt Castle. When Tom Brady got hurt in the 2008 season, and Matt Castle came in, and they won a bunch of regular season games. So I'm on Belichick. It's a tough position to continue going down because of what happened last year, but I'm stubborn, so I'm continuing down that path. All right, it is the Ben Maller Show. If you would like to comment on that or anything else, there's a million other transactions that happen in the NFL, but the only one that anyone's yapping about is Cam Newton. Cam Newton getting his walking papers. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Also on Twitter, at Ben Maller. If you'd like to comment, you can join the fun. Feeding the Rumor Mill. Feeding the Rumor Mill. What's that all about? We'll get to it, and we will do it next.
Doing it with so many guys.
Be sure to catch live editions of the Ben Maller Show weekdays at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio and the iHeartRadio app.
Football's right around the corner. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And with the NFL returning, DraftKings is giving new customers $200 in free bets instantly when you bet $1 or more on any football game. And for week one, DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at a $1 million top prize. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code MALLER to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game and get a shot at a $1 million top prize with your first deposit. That's code MALLER for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit, $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
It's crazy how much we have to pay for outdated, impersonal healthcare, and even crazier that we all just accept it. It's time to face facts. Healthcare is backwards. Luckily, there's Forward, a new approach to primary care that's surprisingly personal and refreshingly straightforward. Forward never makes you feel like just another patient. Backed by top-rated doctors and the latest tech, Forward gives you access to personalized care whenever you need it. Using in-depth genetic analysis and real-time blood work, Forward's top-rated doctors provide you with in-depth insights to better understand your genetics, mental, and physical health. They then create custom, easy-to-understand plans to help guide you to achieving long-term health. With Forward, you get unlimited in-person visits with your doctor and access to care anytime via the Forward app, all for one flat monthly fee. It's time to stop accepting backwards healthcare and start moving your health forward. Visit GoForward.com today to learn more. That's GoForward.com.
Hey, it's Ben Maller. Now that the world's opening back up, so many new thrills are on the horizon. And whether you've been in a relationship for years or just getting started or are excited to get back out there and meet new people again, why not? When the moment comes, you want to be ready, Roman ready. You know what I'm saying? Go to GetRoman.com/Maller now to talk to a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. With Roman, you get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for erectile dysfunction, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. Roman Ready equals confidence, the confidence that you know you can rise to the occasion in the moment. You know what I'm saying? The whole process is straightforward, convenient, and discreet. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, it ships to you free with 2-day shipping. Getting started is simple. Just go to GetRoman.com/Maller to complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving your home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional and take care of it. Go to GetRoman.com/Maller today, and if you're prescribed, get 50% off your first month of ED treatment. Make sure you're ready to have confidence and control this summer. Roman Ready.
We are always looking to proliferate the Maller Militia, help our grassroots movement, add new listeners to the Ben Maller Show, support our noble efforts by posting comments about the show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all other social media. You have the power to influence others to join the cult of the Ben Maller Show. And now live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, it's Ben Maller.
In a previous hour, we talked about Urban Meyer and comments he made about players getting released who were not vaccinated, certainly implying that that was the case. I think it is. There's another story involving the COVID in the baseball world where Major League Baseball's broadcast arm has banned Hall of Fame pitcher John Smoltz and former New York Met Yankee pitcher Al Leiter from broadcasting in studio. They will not allow them in the studio there in New Jersey right now. Baseball put in a mandatory, it says it's mandatory for all employees to be vaccinated, and the mandate goes into effect today. Today is the first day of September, if you didn't know that. Welcome to September. And baseball decided that John Smoltz and Al Leiter will not be allowed in studio, but as a compromise, they're going to keep them on the air, but they are not allowed in Secaucus, where these studios are. They will have to appear remotely. Doesn't that sound like a better setup? You stay at home and you just do the remote. You don't have to go to this.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't sound like punishment to me. I don't know. John Smoltz is still going to call the divisional series. He will be there in the stadium in October, but he will not be allowed in studio. He is, of course, the lead analyst on Fox, the MLB on Fox, and calls the World Series on Fox. And Al Leiter's a pretty good broadcaster.
Yeah, he's always on there on the MLB network. Yeah, but they have a lot of guys there that they rotate in and out though. So
is Billy Ripken still on there?
He's still on there. Yeah, he's on there all the time. Also,
how about Harold Reynolds? Is
Harold Reynolds always on there? Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mark DeRosa.
Yeah, he's not bad, Mark DeRosa.
Yeah.
Right.
Sean Casey.
Oh, the old Cincinnati Reds,
Yeah.
Sean Casey.
Jim Thome's on there. So they have a lot of guys there.
Yeah, they have a big step. And they just fly him in for a couple days.
About Pedro.
Oh, Pedro's great.
Yeah.
He just doesn't care. Ranting and raving. All right, Ben Maller Show on Fox. Now, we love to welcome new people to the Maller Militia, new people to Fox Sports Radio, and we are very excited to announce some new friends to the Ben Maller Show. We hope they're friends. Our newest affiliate, 94.7 The Ref. Welcome in our listeners in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma Sports Talk. That's 94.7 The Ref, Oklahoma Sports Talk on the FM dial. And we thank you guys and gals for putting us on your radio station. John Phillips, the GM there, and Don Christie, the program director. So thank you. And we are here. So if you need any crazy people calling up, we've got those people for you. And we'll go to some of them right now. But it's cool to be on. I've been to Oklahoma City before. I was there years ago, back when Bob Stoops was the coach of Boomer Sooner, and I covered a Oklahoma football game, and it was pretty cool. It's one of the cooler things I did, a radio broadcast, and we stayed in Oklahoma City, and we drove out to Norman, and I have fond memories of my weekend in Norman, Oklahoma, many years ago, and in Oklahoma City, of course, the hotel we stayed at, because there were no good hotels in Norman, Oklahoma, so that's why we stayed in Oklahoma City. All right, it's the Ben Maller Show. To the phones we go, and who do we have here? Let's see, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's say hello. All right, well, apparently Mason the Millennial has a golden ticket, so we'll go to him first. Hello, Mason the Millennial.
Hello.
Hi,
crew.
Are you using Bluetooth?
Yeah,
Mason.
all right. I knew it.
Mason, all we have, Mason, is our voice. If we can't understand you, it becomes a bit of an issue.
Hello.
You want to get on the air?
Yes.
I'll see if I can. Roberto, can we get him on the air, Roberto?
Yeah. Let me
Put him
see
on.
here. Hold on a second.
All right, let's see. I'm sorry about this.
No,
I want to
try to get in.
I want to apologize to our new listeners in Oklahoma City and Lexington, Kentucky, and some of the other new affiliates. But all right, we're good.
We're good.
Right, let's go to Mason the Millennial. Hello, Mason.
Hello, Ben Maller and crew.
Hold on a second. Can you not say crew? Can you just say hello to me?
All right. We can do that.
Okay. All right. Let's start from. I don't want to be a douche, but let's just start from the top. All right.
That's pretty douchey.
Too late.
All right. Let's go now to the phones. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the phones. Mason the Millennial in the Bay Area. Hello, Mason.
Hey, yo, what up, Benny? What's poppin', man?
I don't think you say popping on the air.
No, in the Bible Belt. That's profanity. You can't say that. So you gotta knock. I mean, what's wrong with you, Mason? You're a troublemaker.
All right. So the A's lately have been really making me upset, but lately they've really turned it around. So I'm really happy about that.
Well, no, it can't be. Both those things can't be true. Either lately the A's have been upsetting you, or lately they've been turning it around. Both things cannot be true at the same time.
Nah, you're right about that. But I'm saying they're on a 3-game win streak. So and the week before this win streak, it's been bad news Bears. It's been terrible. But hopefully they can ride this out.
We have I think you've reached your quit quota. I think we've blown. Thank you, Mason. A lot of traffic in the Bay Area right now.
The problem with the A's is they never have an ace, so they'll get to the wild card and probably lose the wild card game because they don't have an ace.
sounds like Tampa Bay a little bit, doesn't it? Like they don't have somebody that scares you. Yeah. Good regular season team, not a good playoff team, that kind of thing.
I think Tampa surpassed Oakland, though. I think they're better.
Yeah. Now, I will take the Dodgers and Rays 2.0. I will take that World Series matchup right now. You know why I'll take that World Series matchup? Do you know why? Because the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays is still Kevin Cash. And I believe Dave Roberts has a competitive advantage against Kevin Cash in the strategy situation of a World Series. So I will sign up for that right now.
Great cash, homie.
Yeah, let's go back to the phones. And we say hello to, let's see here, who is next? Let's say hello to Regina, Spin Cycle Regina in the Twin Cities. Hello, Regina.
Hello, my Ben. How is your morning going?
Oh, if I was any better, I'd be a Newton, but not Cam Newton because I'd be looking for work.
Actually, he might end up here, possibly.
Oh, really? Would you allow him to stay in your humble abode if he needed a place to stay when he joins the Vikings? Would you allow Cam? You could be roommates. You could get like a bunk bed. It'd be wonderful.
Absolutely. I think he could fight off the Coyotes better than I.
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe Cam is afraid of coyotes. I have no idea. It could be. Yeah. I'm afraid of coyotes. Yeah.
How is everyone? Because I have been just on a whirlwind since the last time we spoke. I apparently created some controversy about Bo being in, and I was missing my Koopy Coop, and it got mistooken. Yes. Coop was off on Monday, and I missed him. And then everybody started, ragging on me that I was going to go with Bo. And I'm like, no, I don't want Bo. Bo's okay for a backup, but I'm third, fourth string maybe, But I can't lose my Koopy Coop.
So the question is, would Bo be released? Would he be knocked off the roster on roster deadline day? Would we have to cut Bo the show from the program?
Exactly.
Oh, you would release Bo the show.
Bo's a good boy.
I don't know about that. Maybe he's a bad boy. I have no idea. I don't really know. I mean, I know Bo a little bit. I don't know much about Bo. I know he got married recently. I know that.
Yes, exactly. He's a good boy.
Podcast or something like that. All right. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. Tremendous phone call. I'm not sure that we accomplished anything, but thank you for that. Let's say hello to Doc Mike, who's in Chicago. You got the Doc locked and loaded. Hello, Doc.
Good morning from Chicago. And hello, Regina. I hope she's still on the air. Listen, what a doll. Anyways, thank you for doing your bloviating on the Chicago Bears. It looks like every Tuesday you hit the Bears in the ass with a paddle. Okay, is what our big problem is over here, this epileptic that blows a groin muscle in practice, and everybody thinks he's like the second coming.
Well, Andy Dalton's the quarterback. He's actually the starting quarterback. What do you have against Andy Dalton?
We've had this hospitalization recruiting for years. Cutler was a diabetic. McMahon was a nutcase. We can't get a quarterback in here mainly because they dropped the guillotine on him too.
Jim McMahon, and that brought back memories of Mike Ditka, who you claim to be friends with. So can you get Ditka on the show? Can you get him on the show? I tried before. You were unable to get him on the show. Can you get Mike Ditka on the show?
There's a problem over here with COVID. His best restaurant in downtown Chicago is all bolted up. But in Oak Brook,
it's still closed? It hasn't? Oh, in Northbrook. All right, so the downtown location is closed.
It's all bolted up. Okay.
Right, you tell Ditka that we want to put him on the show. I'll interview him on the. I can interview him during the day. I'll interview him during the day. How about this? Because he probably doesn't want to stay up all night. So I'll put Ditka on during the day, and we can put him on the podcast. How about that?
That'd be fine. If you tell me how to get to the podcast,
Come on, Doc. You know how to get to the. Yeah, there's a phone number. It's 1-800-WISH something, I think.
Wish something. Yeah, make a wish. Okay. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I've been drinking my urine for 20 years. And I'll drink it for another 20 years,
hey,
too.
Doc,
and I got a lot of my patients drinking it.
Now, Doc, let me ask you this. If the Bears called you up and said, hey, we'd like to hire you as an assistant trainer, but we can't pay you, would you take the job?
Yeah, Absolutely.
You would.
And we'd be heading for the Super Bowl as we speak with Mickey Mouse as a quarterback.
And what would you be drinking on your way to the Super Bowl?
Everybody'd be drinking their urine.
All right. Thank you, Doc. All right.
Be sure to catch live editions of the Ben Maller Show weekdays at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Hey, this is Jason McIntyre. Join me every weekday morning on my podcast, Straight Fire with Jason McIntyre. This isn't your typical sports pod pushing the same tired narratives down your throat every day. Straight Fire gives you honest opinions on all the biggest sports headlines, accurate stats to help you win big at the sportsbook, and all the best guests. Do yourself a favor and listen to Straight Fire with Jason McIntyre on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Ben Maller. The best athletes know that your championship body isn't built in a day. The same is true when it comes to your long-term financial goals. M1 Finance gives you all the tools you need to grow your wealth without charging any management fees so you can strategize for the end game. Build a custom portfolio or choose one that's pre-made, then automate your everyday money moves and use your extra time to watch the highlights. M1 lets you borrow against your portfolio at super low rates so you can pull money out for season tickets without putting your retirement strategy on pause. Borrowing involves higher risk, including the risk to lose more than deposited, and rates may vary. Visit m1finance.com/Ben Maller. That's M1 with the number 1 to sign up and see why Money, Investopedia, and Yahoo Finance are raving about M1. Then get a $30 bonus for depositing your first $1,000 after approval. Terms and conditions apply. Investing involves risk, including the risk of loss. M1 Finance, member FINRA SIPC. M1 Borrow, available on margin accounts with at least $5,000 invested. Not available for all account types.
Millions of Americans are getting back to work. CareerBuilder calls it the great rehire. And we want to help you get the best jobs before everyone else. CareerBuilder gives you the competitive edge to get the job you want, at the salary you want, with the benefits you want. We even send job alerts, so your perfect job lands right in your inbox. Go to CareerBuilder.com today, or get left with whatever jobs are left. Find your next job fast at CareerBuilder.com.
At Metro by T-Mobile, we don't think you should pay extra for unlimited 5G. Introducing the big 5G upgrade. Experience 5G speed at no extra cost. Ditch your overpriced connection with Boost and Cricket and save half off their top plans when you switch to Metro, the leader in prepaid. Get 1 line of unlimited smartphone data for just $25 a month, with 5G access included, at no extra cost. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy 5G with trade-in. All with the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with unlimited high-speed data and a free 5G phone. Only at Metro. Limited time in-store only. If congested data users greater than 35 gigabytes per month notice lower speeds, and Metro customers notice lower speeds versus T-Mobile due to deprioritization. Leader based on prepaid subs June 2021. Save half based on 1 line Boost and Cricket unlimited plans. See store for details.
As we mentioned this yesterday, they said, well, Hurricane Ida certainly has had an impact there in New Orleans, but the Superdome came out pretty good as far as damage to it. But now it's not looking like the Packers and Saints are going to play there week 1 of the season. Sean Payton says he expects the team to be away from New Orleans throughout September as the city recovers. And there were initial reports that week 1 game against Green Bay might be played at AT&T Stadium there in Dallas, but now they're saying that there's a concert scheduled there that week.
Oh, who's in the concert?
I don't know. Was it Guns N' Roses maybe?
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's much more important than a Saints game.
Well, I mean, they've already scheduled it, so, sold tickets and all that, so.
Let's just play at one of those high school stadiums in Texas. Those massive palaces.
How about the Jerry World practice facility? That looks pretty awesome, right?
Well, didn't they
saw the drone go flying?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. How about they just go to San Antonio? That's where they went when Katrina hit. Remember, they played some games in Baton Rouge, and they played some games in San Antonio? And that was when the evil owner, tried to move the team to San Antonio during the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, all right. I was just tossing it out there, Eddie. It is the Ben Maller Show. As we press on, we'll have food picks with our friend Marcel in Brooklyn. We'll see if he will issue an apology as a representative of the New York Mets. Javi Baez apologized. Francisco Lindor apologized. Will Marcel apologize? We'll find out. And we say a quick hello to Marcel in Brooklyn. Marcel, I will give you the forum here to apologize, Marcel. As the number one Mets caller from Brooklyn, would you like to apologize for the Mets?
Yes, indeed. The apologies for all of my Mets fans from my sports ambassador, Baez as well. Let's say what Gary Cohen says, turn those thumbs around, right up, where it all belonged. And also, not just for me who just wants to dump from Monday's call there, Ben, is Bo. Who is the one who is dump me?
That's Bo the Show. You're upset with Bo the Show.
Yes, Bo the Show. Bo the Show.
What grade? What grade? What grade do you?
Explosion Blair right away.
What grade do you give Bo the Show for his performance?
F-.
Ah!
Exactly how it is.
Do you give him a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Give it a thumbs down there, Mr. Maller.
I'm your favorite producer, right, Marcel?
Well, you believe it or not there, Coop de Loop, you got a thumbs up.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Marcel, who do you despise who works at Fox Sports Radio? Who do you think's the biggest jerk at Fox Sports Radio?
Oh, it must be Bo. Who is the jerk?
Save that,
right
next time
now,
Bo fills in.
He is a total jerk.
I love to hear that about our colleague here at Fox Sports Radio. I agree with you, by the way.
Yeah.
I agree. What a jerk.
Yes, indeed.
Well, let's get into it, please. We must get into it.
But first, before I head to the food picks from Rob in Vegas, I have to say for this breaking news comes to us from the Sox Nation. Shall we do that?
Breaking news from Fox Sports.
Ben and the crew, can you believe this? Sander Bogatas, who's left Boston's game in the 8th, who is tested positive to COVID-19 in their city's growing outbreak. That's why the Boston Red Sox lost to Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 8-5.
Wow.
What was that name?
Who was that guy?
Sander Bogatas. That's the name.
Yeah.
Marcel, you're a national treasure, Marcel. You know that?
Yeah.
You're one of the, you should be on SportsCenter. You should. You're amazing. My God, are you good? This is like vintage. You remember when SportsCenter was great, when they had Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann, the old guy?
Oh, yeah, many years ago.
You weren't even alive when those guys were doing that. But you're at that level, Marcel. Let's get to the food picks. Here we go right now. Let's get into it.
Leonard. No. Quick the soundbite already, but it's a new dawn. It's a new day. Hello, September. So, Foster's, it's good for the beer. No, not that. I have to say, Maller Militia, hashtag let's get into it, and not just for Justin in Cincinnati, but I have Rob in Vegas on Wednesdays who joins me right now.
Oh,
I am so sorry for my gibberish, just like that.
Don't ever be sorry for your gibberish.
Now there. Good morning, Mr. Rob.
That tested positive? Who tested positive?
Oh, Rob. Rob in Vegas, that's Boston shortstop Sander Bogaerts. Yes, Boston shortstop Sander Bogaerts, who tests positive to COVID-19
It gets better every
yesterday.
time, Eddie. This is great.
Rob,
this is right up there with Pascal Siakam.
No. Rob in Vegas, good morning. Who is your food pick from last night?
My food pick from while you were slept is brown star fajitas with a Bunyan smoothie.
Oh, giving you the F- for the second time there, Rob. Thank you for that. Pascal Siakam. Bad choice.
I think we should just call the F- the Bo the Show from now on. Give him the Bo the Show.
I like that, Eddie. I like that.
Thank you, Marcel.
Oh, okay.
And now go straight to the boys. It's going to be a mixed match.
Okay.
For you, Ben, what do you got?
All right. Well, whatever I say, it's going to be a mixed match. I will go Chef Boyardee.
Uh-oh. Could it be a Chef Boyardee? It's going to be a not mixed match for that.
Oh,
not a
So
mixed match.
sorry.
Oh.
That's okay. We'll do that on Friday, though. Eddie.
Okay. Oh, good. Thank you.
Let's go with pizza.
Yes, this is going to be a mixed match.
Wait.
Marcel.
Now to Roberto.
Marcel.
Now to
No.
Roberto.
Pizza.
Turn his mic off. You can't change it.
Pizza.
On to Roberto. No. And Marcel, I pick pizza.
2 times for that.
Pizza.
No, Ben already made his choice.
No,
Remember?
I changed my mind.
That was not a mixed match. Not a mixed match for Ben.
my mind.
Roberto, you can't.
Hurry up, Roberto.
I'm going with
What do you
pizza.
got? Hurry up.
Pizza.
I say he had a plate of Bogatis.
What? Not a good mixed match.
Give him a bow the show.
Do you serve that Bogatits warm or cold? Which one?
Cold.
Cold. All right.
All right. Enough all the jokes. Here
Get
is
serious.
our food pick from last night.
I don't get to pick,
Going on to
Marcel.
the break.
Marcel, I don't get to pick. What?
No, you. Oh wow.
We already know what you're going to pick. You're going to pick nonsense.
You had
No,
you-
Panda
the truth.
Express. You had
Marcel, what about
orange
me?
chicken.
Marcel, I think that you had Carl's Jr.
What? No, not a good choice. Instead,
They
sorry.
don't have that in Brooklyn.
Give him
They
a
don't even know
bow
what
the
that
show.
is.
Oh, Hardee's.
F minus.
Sorry.
All right, here we go.
Eddie and Roberto, you're exactly darn right. It is our food
Wait,
pick.
what
from
about
last
me?
night.
What about me, Marcel? What about me?
Eddie
Oh, yeah,
and
man, you got
Roberto.
pizza too.
Eddie and Roberto.
I got it too.
No,
He said
Ben
I got
did
it
not
too.
get it.
I got
Ben
it
did
too.
not get it. Ben
All
did
right,
not
we
get
got to go. Oh, my
Ben got a bow the show.
I got a golden ticket. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcel.
Bowed that segment all up.
Wow. We have not gotten a good Marcel drop like that. in
Yeah,
some
it's been a
time.
while.
I mean, that was a
He had a
gift.
couple of them in there.
Yeah, the bow thing and his attempt to say Xander Bogaerts is one of
Bogatis.
the greats. Yeah. Well, that was one version. There were several different versions. It was a sliding scale. We will have Password, the word game of the stars. If you want to play, call right now, 877-99 on Fox. Password is next.
For my food pick from last night, but especially because of last night, from yesterday afternoon before football.
What?
Fox Sports Radio has the best sports talk lineup in the nation. Catch all of our shows at foxsportsradio.com. And within the iHeartRadio app, search FSR to listen live.
From the first moment you tune in, you know the Ben Maller Show is not your garden variety sports talk. We welcome all the freaks of nature to the Maller Militia. Facebook's an online amusement park for all of us. You can chat with other super fans of the show. It's simple and it's free. Help support our show by liking our page. Go to facebook.com/Ben Maller Show. And now live in the Fox Sports Radio studios, it's Ben Maller.
Attention, everyone.
And the password is password. You idiot. Password, the word game of the stars. Here's Ben Maller.
And away we go every week at about this time. It is Password, the word game of the stars, testing the vocabulary, the word skills of the overnight sports talk radio listener. And who do we have for this week's edition of Password, the word game of the stars? Let's see here. We have, let's say hello to, is it morning time in Maryland? Is that correct? Hello, morning time in Maryland.
It's morning time. How's it going?
Good morning. It is morning time. That is right. Welcome. All right. And what do you have going on there in Maryland, morning time?
Well, just waiting for the second wave of the storm to come through.
Oh, that's
We just
right.
had the first. Oh man, you talking about rain? They talking about the second wave supposed to come through. So that's what I'm waiting on now.
You're batting down the hatches is what you're
It
doing.
is.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, stay safe. And you will be playing, as will Lenny in South Florida, the Crypt Keeper. Hello, Lenny.
Hello, Benny and the boys. How are you?
One of our favorites, Lenny, a show legend. Do you think you peaked a couple years ago at Balderdash, Lenny? I think you might have, but you're a legend.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah. All right. Hold on a sec, Lenny, and we'll go back to our man in Maryland. And who would you like to partner up with here on a brief game of Password?
Ben.
All right, that's me. You picked me, and I'm going to win. And Lenny, who do you want to partner up with, Lenny?
I'll go Eddie.
All right. Very good. And we have a list of words, 1 to 10. And morning time, excuse me, not morning man. You're not a morning man. You're a morning time. In Maryland, you get to go first. Pick a number.
6.
Number 6. All right. Let's go with disgusting.
Fed up.
No, I said, all right. Go ahead, Eddie.
It's got to be just one word. Just one word.
Ben said disgusting. I'll try icky.
Let's go with awful.
Interesting. How about... Oh, man. Nauseating.
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn, morning time. Sorry about that.
Sick.
Oh, man, we're going down a wrong path here. Go ahead, Eddie.
Let's see. How about...
Take your time.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right, well, let me throw the word out. If
I got a shot. I'll go disgusting.
No, I
used that as a clue. It's the word was gross. Your answers were gross. Is what the. All right, go ahead, Eddie.
Okay, Lenny.
Lenny, pick a number.
Number,
Lenny.
not number 6.
Number 3.
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, I don't think we're going to get an answer. Oh, man. We're screwed.
Hey. How about...
Hurry up!
Squeal.
Yeah. Paddle.
No, how about...
No.
I can't... boy.
We're out of time.
We're out of time.
Nobody wins.
Screech. Nobody won. Screech was the word. What happened?
They were silent.
Got a murder. Got to go.
We played the game. Nobody got anything right. What kind of game is that?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mike Yam.
And I'm Aditi Kinkabwala. We love football so much, we figured let's start a podcast and call it NFL Explained, where we just answer all the crazy questions we get about football all the time.
There are a ton of those questions, Aditi. We can go through team names, like how the Buffalo Bills got their name, or who even came up with the Sky Camp, because that is actually a really cool idea.
Answers to questions like that and more every Thursday. Come join us for the NFL Explained podcast.
You can find it on the iHeartRadio app or on Apple Podcasts, basically wherever you find your podcasts.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The stories that are affecting the Black community are being covered on the Black Information Network. Not a show or a podcast, BIN is a 24/7 news network covering stories from a Black perspective. Listen to the Black Information Network on the iHeartRadio app and get news for and by the Black community. Anywhere, anytime. Keeping you informed, keeping you engaged. The Black Information Network and BINnews.com.